Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. I'm going to use my Whispers of Healing cards. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. All right, let's see. Replenish. Commit to happiness. And modify. So I feel like it's kind of, these two cards kind of look the same with the rainbows in there, which a funny side note, a couple of days ago, it was raining and it was sunny out, and I looked out and I saw a rainbow. It was pretty cool. I love looking outside and seeing rainbows. So anyways, what you may be struggling with is replenishing, right? Resting, self-care. And what do you need to focus on? Commit to happiness, and energy is coming in as modify. So making some changes, focusing on things that make you happy and people that make you happy. All right, so let's grab some tarot here for replenish. What do you have to replenish? All right. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Six of Swords, and we have the King of Wands. Kind of, I almost feel like it's kind of looking back over and kind of having a new direction. I feel like it's a new direction and a new outlook. Kind of, you were thinking you were kind of going on a path, or you were kind of headed in a direction, but I kind of feel like it's maybe taking a double take at that. I feel like maybe it's like not settling for something that's not making you happy, but especially with this, what do you need to focus on? Commit to happiness, focusing on what makes you happy. I kind of feel like it's adding that something, or kind of having that new direction, heading towards something. But these two cards here, I feel like it's heading towards something new and something different. And looking over and saying, you know, I feel like it's what you need to, like, looking at, am I really happy in this situation? Am I really happy where I'm at? Am I really happy with the choices that I'm making? And before you make that decision, obviously, to, you know, make sure that you have plenty of rest and replenish. I feel like there's something missing. I feel like there's, like, something keeps draining you and something keeps taking away from you. And I feel like that's what you need to look at. Like, what is that's draining you? Sometimes we don't even realize what's around us that's draining us. And sometimes we need to take that time to ourselves and say, you know what? What's draining me? What's taking away from me? What am I missing? So I feel like with what you need to focus on, it's kind of interesting because we have the Three of Swords, but then we have a card that says commit to happiness. And it could be, what are those things that you're focusing? Because I feel like maybe when that card came out, it's maybe that's, oh, look at that. We have the Tower. That really you're maybe the direction that you're going, like there's something missing, like there's something more. And it's that refocus. Look at that. What do you need to focus on? We have the Three of Swords, we have the Tower, and the Hermit. And the Hermit is kind of shining that light on the Tower, right? I almost feel like I just feel like there's something that you have to change. There's something that you have to rebuild. There's something that you have to take down and move away from, but there's something that you're heading toward, modify, change. And I feel like that goes with the Tower. Shining a light on that Tower, right? That maybe something was built on a false foundation. And sometimes we're just kind of going, and like we're going and going and going, and our battery is being drained, but we're never plugging ourselves back in to replenish that battery. And I kind of feel like that's what this reading is how do you replenish that battery? How do you recharge yourself? Plugging yourself in to what that recharges you, what makes you feel energized. I definitely feel that some things that you have to take apart. I feel like this Tower represents something rebuilding within yourself, especially with the Hermit looking right on that tower, right? It's something that you have to rebuild within yourself. I don't feel like, and maybe there's some circumstances that have happened around you where, it's almost like some that relates to the tower, like some things falling apart or some things that were surprising you or some things that were going on. And maybe those things kind of made you realize, you know what, I can't keep things the way that they are. I have to make some changes. I feel like it's kind of that looking within yourself and saying, okay, if I'm creating a tower moment, what does that tower moment look like to me? Because of this Three of Swords, right? This letdown, this heartbreak, this distance, this hurt, right? Commit to happiness and don't commit to the Three of Swords. Something's that's draining you. That's kind of what I feel the most, is that something is draining you. Modify, change. Taking what you can from a situation and almost looking at new opportunities that come in for you that maybe before you would have ignored. Modify, right? Looking at things differently. We have the Hierophant, faith and belief and trust, and having that trust within yourself and that guidance and direction and that stability, right? Because the Hierophant is Taurus, and Taurus is the earth sign, and having that stability within your life and feeling more secure. Modify, energies coming in, looking at opportunities in a different way. Sometimes when we're kind of set in one way of thinking, we're always seeing things the same way. But when we're able to step back and we're able to really look and analyze at things, and then it's like, well, you're kind of looking at, it's almost like looking at the same things in a different light, in a different way, seeing things differently, and taking what you can from situations, and walking away. I kind of feel like this is like he's taking this is the Seven of Swords, so he's taking the Five Swords, right? But he's leaving the Two Swords. And finding that inner balance within yourself. I feel like, definitely something feels off because we have the Three of Swords and we have the commit to happiness, right? It's that back and forth. So how do you turn those things around so that it feels, I almost feel like feels more steady, feels calmer. All right, let's grab some more cards. Changes. Modify is change. What do you need to change within your life so that you're not focusing on the Three of Swords and that you are making that commitment to happiness? Okay, I love that. I love the Nine of Pentacles because I feel like that is the rewards for the hard work that you're doing. Again, we have, well, it felt like balance because I was thinking of that. That's how it's connected, even though it's the Two of Pentacles and then the Six of Pentacles. And then we have, right, energy, stability heading towards you, right? Calmness. Because if you feel that you're if you feel that you're in a situation where it's causing chaos and you're feeling drained, what are those things that you can do to change that situation within your control, within your power, right? And committing to happiness. Bottom of the deck. I love it. The Magician. Magical, powerful, that you are strong, that you are in control of what you surround yourself with and who you surround yourself with, and those choices that you make, and that I feel like you're in control of this Tower moment, right? I feel like it's almost like you're like, well, I need to change things, so I need to take control within myself, right? That you are powerful and you are magical and you are strong, right? And committing, right? What do you want to commit to? Committing yourself to happiness. And saying, if I want happiness, then I have to do that. I have to commit to that, right? That I have to not surround myself with things that trigger me in a negative way. All right. I have my Wisdom of the Oracle. We have, Treasure Island. I love it. I love it. I kind of feel like Treasure Island is like that 9 of Pentacles. Also kind of like the 10 of Pentacles too, like with that treasure chest that opens and that Treasure Island. And I feel like with it on the back of the turtle, it's like slowly working your way towards that Treasure Island, because you are committing to happiness and you are modifying and you're making changes and just taking what you can from a situation and kind of looking at things differently. Look at things differently and searching and looking within yourself and saying that if there is something that is draining me, how can I change that, right? How can I turn things around and find my treasure island, like slowly working yourself to that treasure islands. And I feel like that's like what life is that you're slowly, you know, working towards that happiness and realizing how powerful and magical you really are. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.